What if I told you that your favorite snack, that little bottle of herbal pills, or even a totally innocent-looking souvenir, could get you in major trouble at the airport? I know, it sounds crazy or even ridiculous, right? But trust me, it's 2025 and airport security is not playing around. Airports around the world are cracking down like never before. Rules have changed, enforcement is tighter, and some of the items being confiscated these days, they'll blow your mind. You could be standing in line with a smile and boom, your bag gets flagged, pulled off the belt, and suddenly you're that traveler everyone's staring at. So today, we're diving deep into the banned items airports are seizing in 2025 in 15 to 20 countries, and I guarantee you, at least one of these items has probably found its way into your suitcase before. So stick with me, because I'm also going to show you how to completely avoid getting caught off guard. And I've got something at the end that'll take all the guesswork out of international travel for you. Let's jump right in. First, let's talk about something most travelers completely underestimate. Every country has its own set of rules. And I mean very exclusive and specific, sometimes weird rules that could leave you stuck at customs, scrambling for answers. Here's a quick example. In Egypt, bringing in walkie-talkies without a prior permit from the National Telecom Regulatory Authority is strictly prohibited. Can you believe that? And in case you didn't know yet, Singapore famously bans chewing gum imports unless it's for medical or therapeutic use and prescribed by a doctor. So get rid of that gum before you land in Singapore. Let's take Australia, for example. They're super strict about anything organic. Fruits, nuts, snacks, even herbal teas. If it's not declared, it's a problem. One tourist once got fined hundreds of dollars for an apple. Yep, just an apple they forgot to finish eating before landing. Japan is another one that catches people off guard. That cold medicine you picked up at the drugstore? It could land you in legal trouble. Japan bans medications containing pseudoephedrine, common in many cold and allergy meds, so that little bottle of Sudafed, better leave it at home. And if you love beef jerky like I do, you are out of luck. It is totally banned in Japan unless you have specific documentation. Now let's fly over to Dubai. Poppy seeds are banned. Not just the seeds themselves, but even traces of them on bakery goods or in spice mixes. And if you thought CBD oil was safe because it's legal in your home country, nope, strictly banned, even in tiny amounts. France has a no-nonsense approach to meat and dairy. Even if it's beautifully wrapped and vacuum sealed, if it's from outside the European Union, it can be seized. Say goodbye to that cheese wheel you picked up on your trip. The United Kingdom is similar, especially post-Brexit. They've ramped up restrictions on plant products, cheeses, and meats. And yes, duty-free doesn't always mean safe. Are you heading to Thailand soon? You better not bring a vape. Tourists have literally been arrested for vaping in public. Some even had their gear confiscated at the airport. It's that serious. Singapore is famously strict. We already know about the ban on chewing gum, but e-cigarettes and shisha are also banned. And if you forget, they won't hesitate to enforce the rules. In Israel, large sums of undeclared cash or religious artifacts can trigger intense scrutiny. Customs agents are trained to ask questions, and they don't miss much. China is super sensitive about printed materials. Political books, certain movies, or magazines with sensitive themes could be seized or flagged immediately. In Italy, something as small as a beach stone or an old coin you picked up as a souvenir could fall under the cultural artifact category, and yes, that means you could be questioned about it. And these are just the beginning. Brazil, Germany, Mexico, South Korea, each has its own gotcha list. And the worst part, a lot of travelers never see it coming. All right, let's zoom out for a second. While all these country-specific rules are super important, there's also a global baseline of items you're just not allowed to carry. I call this the universal no-go list. Let's start with the obvious sharp objects. Pocket knives, razors, even nail scissors depending on the size. But here's the twist. Some airports in Asia ban all blades, even plastic ones. That cute camping sport combo you bought? Nope. Then we've got the infamous liquids over 100 milliliters rule. This one's been around forever, but people still forget. That full-size bottle of shampoo or that can of mousse? Say goodbye. Next up, dried fruits, especially if you're flying into countries like New Zealand, where even processed snacks can be flagged for quarantine. Pork-based snacks like jerky or sausages? Banned in many Muslim-majority countries. Flammable liquids, lighter fluid, certain kinds of aerosols, and, surprise, over-the-counter medications can get flagged just about anywhere if you don't declare them. And here's a sleeper item, alcohol. You can buy it duty-free, sure, but trying to sneak your own bottle into your carry-on, that's where a lot of people get tripped up. Hidden dangers, items that can be misinterpreted. Now this is where things get really tricky. Let's say you've got a small spray bottle in your purse. Could be perfume, could be pepper spray, or something else. Security might not care what it actually is. What matters is how it looks. Got a multi-tool on your keychain? It might have a hidden blade. Even if it's legal, it could delay you by 30 minutes or more while security checks it. Toy weapons, novelty lighters, and power banks that look like grenades. Yep, those are all real things people have tried to pack. And every time, it ends in a very awkward conversation at security. Here's the golden rule. If it could be misinterpreted or mistaken for something dangerous, leave it out or declare it. Hey, before we dive into the weirdest banned items, I want to hook you up with something that'll save you a ton of travel stress. I've created an international travel bundle that has everything you need to travel smart in 2025. It includes a 250-page ebook packed with real travel scenarios and how to solve them, a full audiobook version with 16 modules of international travel planning tricks and tips, and a quiz after each one to test your knowledge. There are also 5 video guides for France, Japan, Dubai, the UK, and Thailand. Each guide comes with a 7-day itinerary and a customizable checklist. Plus, there's a bonus international travel checklist to cover any country you might visit. Let's go beyond the basics and look at unusual banned items you won't believe. And we are talking about the wild stuff now. Get ready to be bewildered and even shocked. In India, you can't bring in leather products made from cowhide. Depending on the region, that designer belt or purse might not make it past customs. Norway bans potatoes. Not kidding. You need documentation that they're disease-free. Who knew? In South Korea, some energy drinks and fitness supplements are banned due to specific banned ingredients. Indonesia, they ban any form of pornography. Even fashion magazines that seem tame elsewhere have been confiscated. In Brazil, you need a special permit for drones. Tourists have had expensive equipment seized just for not registering in advance. In Qatar, both pork and alcohol must be declared, and failure to do so can result in serious penalties. Even in Canada, items like bear spray replica weapons and even certain kinds of plants are restricted. And these aren't one-off stories. They happen every single day. The consequences range from embarrassment to detention to full-on legal charges. Don't ever be caught off guard. So let's look at the tips for avoiding banned items. Here is how to avoid the chaos. Check the embassy or consulate website for the country you're visiting. It'll have the most up-to-date info on banned items. Use your airline's website or app. Many have pre-travel checklists and alerts specific to your route. When in doubt, declare it. Customs officials are much more forgiving when you're transparent. Pack smart. Go minimalist. If you're not sure about something, just don't bring it. Here are my final thoughts and call for you to take action. If you've made it to this part of the video, thank you. You now know way more than the average traveler about what not to pack in 2025. But the truth is, the rules change constantly. That's why I created the Ultimate International Travel Bundle. It's packed with real advice, current rules, and smart planning strategies. You'll get my 250-page ebook, audiobook with 16 modules and quizzes, video guides for 5 countries, 7-day itineraries, and customizable travel checklists for every destination. So if you're ready to travel smarter, not harder. Hit the link below, grab your bundle, and make 2025 your smoothest year of travel yet. Safe travels, and please don't let your peanut butter get confiscated. This is your channel host, Cheryl, saying, until next time.